everybody, Colin here, and welcome back to Markers and Monsters, where today is Baturday. Yeah, we're talking about bats, another one of those creatures that is so intrinsically tied with Halloween and the Halloween season. So, just to get started right here, as you can see, I just did a quick moon with my cheapo compass. I've been doing a lot of full moons lately, I noticed, but hey, that's all right. And a little landscape below, so I'll start coloring these in here. And actually, with this drawing, the bats are the last thing we're going to be putting in during the inking process, so be sure to watch out for that. I'm just kind of adding in here with a different color yellow, the different craters of the moon and stuff like that, and washing it out and fading it and stuff like that so it's not super duper prominent. Then I'll start doing the trees here in the sky and just making a very simple landscape that's you know, for the most part pretty dark, but it's got that nice bright moon, and the sky is interesting. You know, I like those purple shades and blues and stuff like that rather than black. So yeah, that's coming along nicely. But yeah, bats. I'd like to also give a quick shout out to my mother. I think the bat is her favorite animal in the entire world. Like growing up, and she loved bats so much. So this goes out to you, Mom. So anyway, I'm putting in the trees here now, and yeah, putting in some shadows and stuff like that. So while I'm doing that, let's talk about bats for a minute. They are a really neat animal. I like that they eat bugs, which I don't particularly care for a ton of bugs, although I always feel bad. I mean, the poor bugs getting eaten, that's pretty sad. But hey, you know, nature, I guess. But yeah, so they eat bugs. If you don't like bugs, they're good to have around. They make those like nice squeaky noises. They are cute as all buttons. They're like rats in the sky. And I love rats and rodents and stuff. So bats kind of get kind of pulled into that bandwagon. So yeah, we like the bat here at Markers and Monsters. How they got associated with Halloween, I don't even know. I tried to do a little bit of research on this, and I'm sure they're, you know, when I say a little bit, I mean like, you know, 3 minutes on Google. Didn't really come up with too much, but I don't know, I guess it's just one of those things that a lot of people are creeped out by bats for whatever reason. They fly only at night. You know, they make those like squeaking noises, and they can get, you know, tangled up in your hair or whatever if you're not careful, or if they're not careful or whatever. So I guess maybe people are freaked out by them. So, but either way, they've become a definite Halloween staple. Now, bats appear in a number of horror movies. I guess they go back all the way to the 20s, where there is a silent film called The Bat. Then you've got things like The Bat with Vincent Price in it in 1959. And it has less to do with actual bat creatures and more to do with a psychopathic murderer called The Bat, who breaks into Agnes Moorehead's house and terrorizes her. And Vincent Price is in it, so that's a big plus right there. You know, you've got like Nightwing from the 70s. Also the Bat People from earlier in the 70s. That was called, I believe, It Lives by Night. They retitled it. And it's about a guy who's turning into a bat after he gets bitten by a bat in a cave. So kind of like a werebat. But it's not very good. They riffed it on Mystery Science Theater. So yeah, if you want to check that one out, I'd recommend that version where, you know, Mike and the bots make fun of it. Couple you know, gotta talk about Batman, of course, one of the most popular superheroes in the entire world, and his whole thing is based on bats and how much bats scare him, and so he uses the that aspect to frighten criminals, you know, a superstitious and cowardly lot. So yeah, Batman gets a big shout out, and one of his foes, Man-Bat, who is a scientist who, experimenting with whatever, turned himself into a bat person, so that's always fun. That was actually in the first episode of Batman the Animated Series. One of the greatest cartoons of all time was the villain was Man-Bat, so check that one out. You've got the Lou Diamond Phillips bat epic Bats from 1999, where bats invade a small town and it's up to Lou Diamond Phillips to stop them. Good stuff there. There's also an interesting little movie called Chosen Survivors, I think it was, where a bunch of people are whisked away to an underground bunker to survive the apocalypse. Okay, and they're stuck in there, and you know they can't get out of this bunker, and bats are flooding in. Pretty neat. All right, guys, there's the bats. There was my hair. Let's sign it up and take a look at the scan. And there we go. Pretty neat. It's this was another good one to do. Just kept it simple and just had fun for Halloween. So thanks again for watching, everybody. I really appreciate it. Here's all my stuff up online. And just a quick announcement, I will be at New Dimension Comics next Saturday, the 29th, starting at 10 in the morning for their Halloween Fest hanging out. So if you guys are in the Cranberry Township area, stop on by. All right, that's it, guys. We'll see you tomorrow for another great Drawlloween episode of Markers and Monsters.